Hi guys! So many of you have been commenting and requesting to see my updated blow dry hair routine or how I style my hair. So I thought today I'll share with you guys an in-depth tutorial of exactly the products I use and what I do step by step to get my hair to be this voluminous, smooth, silky with these bouncy waves. So if you'd like to know what I do and how I style my hair step by step, then keep watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about when it comes to blow drying your hair is at what point do you start blow drying the hair. So the best thing to do for your hair to cut the time and also minimize heat damage to your hair is start off with hair that is like, I don't know, 90% dry. You want the hair to be almost dry but still have a little bit of dampness and moisture to help with the smoothing out process while you're blow drying the hair. So as you can tell, my hair is still kind of damp but has enough wetness to blow dry it. So what makes a great blow dry or a blowout? Number one is the right products and the right technique. So I'm going to talk about the products. Obviously you need a good blow dryer. My favorite for years and years have been this Elchim Professional black and red blow dryer. If you've seen my older videos on Luxy Hair channel, you've seen us use this forever. It truly is the absolute best blow dryer I've ever tried. It's super strong, has so much power that for my frizzy hair, this is the only thing that gets it super smooth. So you need a good blow dryer, that's number one. And then with the blow dryer, you want it to have a nozzle, which looks like this. This comes off. And why you want this is because it concentrates the heat exactly where you want it, and again, speeds up the process and minimizes heat damage. So that's for the blow dryer. And then you need a good round brush. Ionic ceramic brush is what you're looking for. And as far as the diameter of the brush, it depends on the length of your hair and the thickness of your hair. So my hair right now is about chest, mid-chest length, or like medium to long. And this is the perfect, I don't remember what the diameter is, but I will put it in the bottom bar, the link to this brush. It's by, what is it called? The Technique, and the number is 370. But like I said, I'll put the link in the bottom bar. So blow dryer and brush are very important. And then of course your technique is equally as important. And I hope that the tips that I share with you today will definitely help you with the technique portion of the blow drying process. So other products I'll be using today are just some hair clips. So what I've done with my hair so far is wash it and condition it. And then I used about a dime size amount of this AG Hair Care Fast Food leave-on conditioner. But honestly, you can use whatever works for you. You just want a leave-on, leave-in conditioner, which helps to restore the moisture back into the hair, because obviously the heating will be sort of drying to the hair. And then the last product that I'll be using at the very end to smooth out the blowout is my absolute favorite forever as well. It's by Biosilk and it's the Silk Therapy. The stuff smells amazing. You need the teeniest amount and it really finishes off the look of the blowout at the end. You know, those little frizzies or the baby hairs, this takes care of that in an instant. So that's it. I'm gonna just show you guys what I do on one or two sections, and then I will speed up the process because it's basically the same thing, but you can kind of see still what I'm doing. There are so many different variations as far as the blow drying technique go, and I've tried a lot of them. My favorite is volume at the root and a wave, sort of a very slight wave at the bottom of the hair. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. And this is what I do basically on myself every time I wash my hair and blow dry it. One last thing I wanted to mention before we get started is the key for smoother, silky blowout is taking smaller sections. So if your hair is medium to thick in texture, you definitely want to take smaller sections. The way I do on my hair is about medium thick. I divide my hair in 12 sections, and again, you will see me do that throughout the videos. So I think that's it. That's all I had to say. Let's begin. So I'm gonna begin by parting my hair from ear to ear in the back and clipping the top portion away. As you can tell in the back, it's from ear to ear, and I'm going to divide this into two more sections. So here it's going to be two sections and here will be two sections as well. So I always start off with the bottom and I use a second clip to just clip the second part of this section. So what I'm going to show you first is a few techniques. When you want to add volume to your hair, the key is to go from underneath and hook it into your hair and then wrap the hair around, and you want to have have a ton of tension. Tension is very, very important. That is what's going to give you that smooth, silky effect. And then what you're going to want to do is, I'm not going to turn on the blow dryer because it's going to be very loud. You want to start by holding the blow dryer down and sort of positioning the heat over. And I'm going to go over it multiple times until I dry this section completely. So let me show you again. For volume, you go underneath, so the hair is over the brush for volume, and to dry the section. And then to smooth the hair, you want to put the brush over and then hook it again and sort of wrap the hair around. And you're gonna be again bringing your blow dryer down this way many times. And then for the ends, I'm gonna show you guys what I do with the ends. And again, you will see me do that on all the sections, so you can kind of rewatch and see the technique being done over and over. But I'm just gonna run you through it on this section before I start the blow dryer. So what I will be doing to give a curl or like a wave on the bottom is wrapping the hair from about the midsection like this, so it's over, and then bringing the blow dryer from underneath. And I'm gonna be running it down like this. So as you can tell, I'm bringing it all the way down without letting go of the hair. I then bring it up about halfway again. So you just roll it up, and I do this many times, right? So this is smoothing out the ends of the hair. When you're ready to finish, I will just go down like this multiple times. You're gonna run it down and then roll it up, and you're going in the direction you want the curl to go, so away from your face. So you're gonna do that multiple times, and then just kind of wrap the hair around. Do you see what I'm doing? The hair is kind of wrapping it all the way around, and I'm twisting and turning the brush. And then when I let go of that hair, I mean, I haven't even blow dried it, but you can see that I already have a wave just by running it through the brush. So that's pretty much the whole technique right there. So I hope you guys got that. So that's it. Let's get started. So I just wanted to mention, when you're doing it on the other side, the way you'll be turning the brush is, again, away from the face. So as you can tell here, if I want to have a curl, what I'm going to do is just run it almost all the way down. Before I let go of the hair, I will twist the hair. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's twisted right here multiple times away from my face. And can you see the ends are still on the brush? That's what you want to do. You want to twist it, holding on to the ends of the hair, and then you want to release. And can you tell? Can you see the curl? There you have it. That's how you do it for the other side. So that is the only difference for the curling, because of the way you're holding. Like when you do it on yourself, it's a little bit harder. So that's why on this side, I do it this way, and I kind of curl and twist this way. And then when I'm on the opposite side, I just hold the brush down and then twist and turn the other way. Let's continue. So now we're ready to move on to the next section, and what I usually do for the next section is I will part my hair about like where the arch of the brow is, with my finger just going all the way back until there is no more hair. Just separate the hair. So as you can tell, it's a big chunk, but this is going to be divided into 4 sections. So what you want to do with the rest is just clip it away. And then here I'm going to divide the hair again with my finger to about at the back of my ear, where the ear sort of ends. So what I will be starting with is the back section, and again I'm gonna be dividing this into 2 more sections. So here's 1 and 2, 1, 2. So I'll start with the bottom, then I will release this one, and then over here I'm gonna do the same exact thing, just gonna divide it into 2 sections. So 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and same thing will be done over here. So I will divide the hair just so I don't have to stop and go as I'm blow drying, from about the middle of the brow all the way back until you have no more hair. Separate that into 2 big chunks, and then those 2 into 2 more, so 4 altogether. Let's continue. Okay, so the majority of the hair now has been blow dried, the back and the front, which is where the bulk of the hair is. So now I'm going to show you how I do the front going to the crown area. So I divide this section into two and these two into two as well. And as I was saying that, I actually just realized that I mentioned earlier that I divide the hair into 12 sections. I forgot to count this part, so it's actually 16. So because this will be into two and the back will be into two. And what I do is I do the front first and then do the back. I don't know why, it's just easier for me. So I will divide this into two, bring the section back and start with this one. So the way I do the front is I will get the brush as close to the root as possible, like you're almost like, you know, brushing your actual hairline. And like I mentioned before, you want to make sure that the hair is really taut, like you really have nice tension going, because especially for most people, the hairline is where you have the worst baby hairs and the most frizz. At least it is for me. So I really spend a lot of time at the front, at the hairline, if you noticed here and here and at the front as well, because that's where it either makes or breaks your blow dry. You want this part to be super slick and smooth. So like I said, I will go right under and just hook the hair over the brush and curl it in, and I'm going to spend a lot of time going back and forth here until this is super smooth. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go put the brush over and go a couple of times again, so this is smooth. Then I will go up and blow dry this up multiple times to have that extra volume at the front. And when I'm done, at the very end, I will focus on the bottom of the hair, the ends of the hair, go multiple times, sort of curl up, go all the way down, curl up, and then I will twist to the side and turn the brush like that, and I will let go of the hair. And like you can tell, even without blow drying, it has a wave. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna show you now how I do that. Okay, so now I have the very last few sections, and what I'm gonna do, and this is the crown area here, what I'm gonna do is again divide this into two sections. I'm going to do the back section first, and it will be going backwards. Like this is where you want, again, the most volume up here, because that's the top section that covers the whole head, or sort of the crown area. So I'm gonna take the brush and again go from underneath, and basically the more volume you're looking for, the more you want to kind of up the brush, right? So you want to basically go right under and bring the brush up, and this motion right here will give you that lift and volume. So I will do that multiple times here, and then like I said, I will put the brush over, brush back, and then for the ends, again, same thing we've been doing, except for this section. Normally when I do for the curls, I put the brush over, but for just the top two sections, I put the brush under. So can you see that? Under, and do the same thing. So I will smooth out the ends, and then I will start twisting and bringing the hair back, and then let that go, and that will give you that nice curl that's not fighting. You'll still have the volume, and then you'll have the wave at the end. So let's finish off this blow dry. Alright, so I'm done blow drying my hair. Now I'm going to show you guys how I styled the front section, because what I was doing up to now was smoothing and giving volume, and now I'm going to show you how I actually separate, like part my hair and then blow dry it so the front sections sit pretty around the face. So I always part my hair going this way, so it's about here. Just kind of eyeball it and part it with my fingers. So what I do is just grab a section from one side. So I will just grab this section right here, the top section, separate that with my fingers, and what I'm gonna do is just go under and start to blow dry this away from my face. So I'm gonna go a couple times that way, and then a couple times over as well this way. So as you can tell, I'm going away from my face and the brush is over. And again, I'm going to do the same technique for the ends, just multiple times. Oops. Just multiple times going away from my face and twisting the brush and just bringing it down, sliding it down. And then same thing on this side. I'm going to do that and then do that a couple times and then get the ends. Just kind of turn and twist the brush away from your face to get that front wave. And then one more time, do the back. So I kind of just grab that whole entire crown section, not too big. You want it to be as wide, not wider than your brush, the width of your brush. Here I would go from underneath, do that a couple times. And then at the end, again, just do the ends of the hair one more time, and that will be it. So that's it. Now I am done blow drying the hair. So what I do at this point is I just kind of run my fingers through the hair just to break apart the sections. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have so much volume right now. I absolutely love my hair freshly blow dried. Who doesn't, right? And I love these sort of like loose waves on the ends. Really pretty. So to finish off, I'm gonna just grab the Biosilk Silk Therapy and I'm gonna add the tiniest amount, like it's not even a pea-sized amount here, because you don't want it to make your hair greasy. You want just enough to smooth out the little baby hairs that are sticking out. So what I do is I rub it between my palms and then also kind of get it in between my fingers, because what I'm going to do is run my fingers through the ends. You want to concentrate on the ends and then wherever you have frizz. Basically for me it is always the hairline, so I just kind of run my fingers through that and then just lightly go over the top, just very lightly. Again, you don't want to make your hair greasy, so and then I just will run my fingers a couple times through the entire hair. And then what I do is I'll bring all of the hair and I'll kind of twist it and then I'll rub it between my palms just like that, and it gets all the little hairs in there. And that's it. I shake it off and there you have it. Blow dry with volume and bouncy waves. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful. I did my very best to share all of my professional tips with you guys, and I really hope that you give it a go. I know it can be frustrating at the beginning, but just give it some time and lots of practice, and I'm sure with the right products, the right technique and practice, you will get it for sure. I've had personally years and years of practice since my hair is super frizzy and wavy, so I had to learn how to get it to the smooth, bouncy, volumized texture. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Leave me your comments below. I love reading your comments. I love connecting with you guys, and share it with your friends or your family, whoever you think that would benefit from the tips in this video. Have a wonderful day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!